Hello. Good afternoon. Wow, a couple of viewers already. Awesome. We have some good news. I'm just going to turn this music down. We have some good news. Over the weekend, I didn't do any streaming, but I did gain a couple extra followers. So that's awesome. Thank you, Prime1 and TN Girl. That's awesome. It's wonderful. Wonderful news. Hey, Neb. How you doing? Nice of you to join me here today. Just going to be making a little bit of noise, really, you know. So this is Pro Tools here on the screen. I've used this quite a lot. Yeah, it's forever been a useful source for everybody, really. You know, mixing. It's kind of the go-to one. So we need to create a few tracks because we've got nothing here at the minute. Go with 4 for now. Don't need to click the track. So I've got hundreds of instruments on here. All come under these few little ones. I don't need that. That's not really an instrument. That's something else. Let's have a look here. How you doing, Neb? Anyway, you good? Me? I'm good. I'm good. Went to friends for a barbecue. I think I mentioned to you, going for a barbecue. That was Saturday afternoon. I managed to have, whilst there, 15 cans of beer. So yesterday was a write-off. And then I'm feeling a bit delicate today. But not as young as I used to be, see. 15 cans. Beer. Mental. Oh, yeah. 2-day hangovers, definitely. Oh, it's sweating out of me today. It's horrible. Big sweaty mess. Right, what do we want here? We want something nice to start with. Spent hours looking through all these little sounds. So this is East West Quantum Leap Jobby. As you can see, it says East West down here. EW. Basically, it's a monthly subscription. About 25, 30 quid, something like that. But it gives you access to all sorts of stuff. Just little bits like that would be all very useful. It just takes ages trying to find them all. Well, I have got a keyboard here, but it's not plugged in currently, so I'm just going to have to do everything by the mouse. Which ain't so bad. I actually quite like that. I just came across it. Just use that. Yeah. That's the one there. So I'm just gonna sort of fiddle about, make a few little noises today, just more for the chat and something to do really. But I was kind of thinking maybe about making sound effects for my stream. You know, so if I get a new follow, it'll make us play a little sound as well. So that sort of thing. Cuts out there, does it? All right, we'll do it on a 5-bar loop then. In fact, we'll do a 4-bar loop. That's fine. Get rid of that. I've got something that will go with that nicely. Right, there you are. I can see me just... Oh, yeah. There we go. Thank you. Something like. That's a bit too. Where are I? Yeah, there's a nice one here somewhere. There he is. No, I didn't stream on Mixer. Just started streaming here a few weeks ago, so kind of new to it. Good fun though. It's good fun. I like it so far. Plus, it's because I'm currently furloughed off work at the moment. It's giving me something to do, which is nice. So yes, something to concentrate on during the days instead of going absolutely mad or getting drunk again. Which happens all too easy, I'm sure. Clicked on the wrong thing there. There we go. Try again. I want this. I do love that noise. Oh, it's definitely good to have. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be doing something. It definitely is. Yeah. Because I'm in a band as well, so we can't go out playing at the moment. So I thought, I could just do music on here. I've written lots of songs whilst I've been off, mind you. I went through a stage of just sort of writing down, not writing, but in this sort of process, going through and just creating a load of songs. Which I might share with you at some point. Some of them are a bit naff. Oh wow, it's a long old time to be without a job. But yeah, gotta keep your head straight, man. Gotta keep your head straight. Let's have a little listen. So far, I've got 2 notes here. So let's see. I see. That's nice. They complement each other quite nicely. So long-term sick leave. Oh, that sucks, man. So you got a job but you can't work. Gotcha. Well, hopefully that'll all sort itself out for you. So when I sort of start trying to make songs and stuff, I tend to just get sounds that work well together first, and then come up with like a melody or that sort of thing. So there are instantly sounds that I know that will work well together, others that won't. I think they're making this maybe a bit dark. I think we should. What sort of music do I produce? All sorts, really. I've done a lot of sort of orchestral stuff as well. Because this software I've got here, it's got like full orchestras on it, as well as loads of other little orchestral sort of stuff. I've got some nice voices. They're pretty awesome, actually. Might try and chuck a voice in there. Load of sort of orchestral drums, loads of samples, loads of everything on there. Then you got the random ones. Not that one. Let's go for Gypsy. There's got stuff on here. This is like incredible noises. Just to show you this, I'll load it up. They sound awesome. When it loads, there we go. You can see you can you hear that cymbalom. You hear that in quite a few sort of modern what do you call them, dramas and things. The theme tunes for that. There was one called Dickensians. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. That this instrument featured heavily in the theme tune for that. So yeah, it's awesome. It's great. There's great noises in here. There's loads. But I think we will, like I say, I might make it a bit dark, this thing. So we'll go for trombones. Get some long ones. And then you've got all different ways of them sounding. So leg stands for legato. That's sort of long notes that can sort of go into each other nicely. Like a long, smooth note, essentially. And then you've got all sorts of different variations of that. So this is sustained legato, so we'll go for that. I might have to go to the bass trombones, I don't know. I want it to be kind of dark. I love that noise. I do have some bass trombones up here in my brass gold. Bass trombone. Might have to go for this instead. Not quite dark enough for my liking. We wanted darker. Decent sound, yeah. The old trombones. I actually prefer the other one. It's a bit clearer, a bit more of a nice tone to it. Even though we want to go dark. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a bit brighter, a bit more roomy. Let's just chuck a note in there. Ooh, went too far. There he is. You can see how there's textures, although nothing's sort of at the right volume, nothing is mixed at all. But you can hear each part, and it's doing a purpose, and that's kind of what I want to get first off, and then I end up sort of turning that into a bit of music. We'll keep going. We'll find something else. We do have our sort of a high note going on. That's going to be more. Yeah, let's get a pad in there. Have it load. Come on. Not responding. Awesome. There we go. In your own time. So on here we got some awesome collection of pads on here as well. So there's a lot of sort of dancey stuff. I'm gonna have to get the keyboard on for this now. Yes. Yeah, we got the old keyboard working there. That's good. I forgot it was plugged in. It just wasn't turned on. Right, so things like this trancey. Which sounds nice on its own, but not for this. Not for this. Yeah, you could use that quite easily on a lot of things. But I don't think it will fit with what we're doing here today. But yeah, there's some awesome stuff out here. Nice noise. You like your trance? Get on. Yeah. You just spend hours playing around with sounds. It's all good fun. I can see me actually making a song here in the end, instead of what I was planning on doing. Might work actually. That might work. No, we will do it. Bring down the volume. Yeah, I should really name these. Trombone. That is our. I don't know what I call that one. And this is sort of our strings-ish. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Whilst I got those, it's only 4 sounds working together. You see, they're all doing a job. Even though it's just one note, they're all doing a job. So we got our kind of, we got a chord there actually, but that's a D minor. And then with the brass, that's adding tension. Not very much bass, but it's a low note, so that's good. And we got our high to emphasize everything else. Just adds. And then we got a bit of motion. It's a bit louder still actually, which gives you something for your ears to catch on to. Essentially, that's kind of why I put things in there like that. So then, now we've got those elements, we can, let's get all the solos off. We can make something. And as we got the D minor going on, yeah, tell you what. The reverb on that just carries on and on and on. It's great. So we want trombones. Bit of reverb on the trombones. A nice long, crazy reverb. Bit more of that. I want it a little bit bigger. No, longer than that. It all makes sense in a second. We could go. Yeah, that works nicely for me. Because you can just move notes around. Useful. Oop. Get them in the right place, that is. Now we should have a nice little 4-bar chord progression going on, which will hopefully fit with these bits we got here. Let's just have a listen. It's a bit slow. I like the chords. Let's speed it up a little bit. From the start. Nope. Let's go. 160. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Not a fan of this so much. We could vary it a bit. That's what I'm thinking. Now I can hear there's room for other things in there, obviously. I like those chords though. I do like those chords. you can see where that could go. There's lots of potential. Lots of potential, which is nice. I want to get the sort of foundations ready first, the sounds. So we do need a couple more tracks there. Good. We're going to change that to keys because that's more of a keyboard, because then we can use some strings. Which ones? Yeah, go with that. Not cellos yet. We want double basses. Sure. Pizzicato. That would go for a big splendid vibrato. We like this one. Nice noises. Let's go with that for now. And we can go. Keep it light for the beginning. Oh, no, undo. Behave yourself. Listen to that for a noise. Awesome. Little things like that just pleases me. So now we've got see how a song can build up quite easily once you start getting these things involved. It's slightly lighter to begin with though, so we will move the brass back a bit. Let's get it on a good grid. There we go. We don't want the bass straight away either. Could start with just with these bits, and then we want to duplicate you, keep those chords going. I knew that was going to happen. All right, let's move that across. Come on. I could zoom in a bit, that would help. All right, so from the start, bloody hell. I like it. Yeah, it's sounding nice, isn't it? Hopefully you can see kind of what I'm going for there. There's going to be a melody over the top in a minute. Chuck in some sort of relaxed-ish drums. Don't know what sort of sound of drums to go for, whether just like a drum kit or orchestral stuff, or maybe like your virtual drums, like all your 808s and stuff. I tend to not a big hip hop sort of fan, so I don't ever tend to use the more urban sounding drums. But let's find a sound for our lead first. There's a few nice leads in here. Start at the bottom and work our way up. Nope. Nope. Whoa. It's a bit too much going on there. That might work. Let's have a little look. That may well work. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Actually, what we can do is, now we've got keyboards plugged in and working, we can just record a bit. Wow, gives me something to start with. I'm not claiming to be the best keyboard player in the world. Because I've done it like this, you see, you've got one note going on, then it's basically this instrument can only play one note at a time. It's what they call a monophonic instrument. Mono being one, phonic being sound. So as a result, you can just hold down that one note there all the way through, and then you add in and it keeps jumping between the two, which is really useful on certain things. It would have helped if I had a bit of a tempo to play to, but I do want to do this. That's tripleted. So we just tidy this up a bit, essentially. then we just duplicate it. Duplicate that. And then we can duplicate that. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Something like that. It's a bit busy, but what we can do now is, now we've got this little line written here. I quite like it. It gets a bit dissonant in places. So dissonant being where it's not sounding pleasant. I guess is the easiest way to describe that. There, for example, it's like uncomfortable. But that's, you know, adds the charm, doesn't it? I might try a different sound on there though. Some of them just don't work. Whoa. Bit angry. I like it. I like it. Doesn't quite fit. But I like it. So that fits. That fits a lot nicer. It's more in keeping. Sounds maybe a little bit sort of spacey, this song already, which is not bad. Not bad. I wasn't planning on doing a song, but it just goes like that sometimes. Now we can grab everything here. Duplicate that a couple times. What do we want then? We want thinking like a high. Four of them. Four more. Like a sine wave sort of sound. Where are you? There we go. And have it on an ARP 16th notes. That was if you select it, doesn't it? Alright, why are you not playing? Because you got that on. Okie doke. Let's try again. Yeah. Something like that, but shorter. So add body glide time. Better. Sometimes all it takes. Bit loud. Yes, liking that. So chords aren't cutting through enough for me. So what we can do, let's call that strobe, just so I know what it means. So what we can do is we can go in. There's a couple of ways we could go for emphasizing chords. We could either have soft background tones that will just add to it, or we could go big and hard and have them really sort of blast through. So I'm thinking we'll go soft for now, with some French horns. Deadmau5 5 strobe. I've not heard it. I have to look it up. I won't look it up now, obviously, but I shall have to look that up. So we want layers, smooth. Yeah, perfect. So I don't know why, but French horns, they just make me excited. They sound awesome. Nope, I'm still on that one. Here we go. I'm in for a treat. Awesome. So our chords so far, we have got that, but there's other ways to play that. Just have to scoot over here a sec. Don't mind me. Go down lower, you get the brass. I want to keep it soft. Or we could split the chords right up as well. We could make it so hey, 5 years. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome. We're just making a little song. It's good fun. Feel free to jump in the chat, say hello. We could split the chords up as well, so we could end up instead of it being all the notes really close together, as you can see on the keyboard down the bottom here. They're quite close. We could always take the individual notes and split them up. It's the same notes, split up, and it creates more of a texture, I suppose, a landscape when you do it like that, which is what I probably will do. So we are just going to borrow this, steal that. Yeah, we ran out of notes down here. So, bum. That's where I got confused now. Just dropped our D down to there. The headache sometimes trying to work out these things. So we want to keep that there. That sort of thing. There we go. So it's the same chords, just played differently. Too hard for my liking. Let's soften them a bit. So it's just there in the background. Now it's finished and it's missing, so yeah, just adding that nice, nice. And then what I also tend to do is we can go in here, get rid of that actually, go in here, and then there is a thing called expression, which essentially controls the expression of the note. Is probably the best way of doing it. So you've got velocity, which tells the computer how hard to. Essentially, it's a bit like how hard you hit a note on the keyboard. So the softer you play it, the softer it's going to sound. Harder it's going to sound. Whereas expression is how that note is expressed. That's a better way of describing it. So what we can do, I'm going to do it the cheatsy way. With our expression, we can just draw in some lines here, which is basically going to act a bit like a swell. So our notes are going to be, well, you'll see. So let's cheat. Do it like that. So now when we play that, let's get rid of that. It's added. That's fine. Good. So now when we play, you'll notice there'll be swelling. Which acts a bit more orchestral, a bit more dynamic, and it's a bit more believable. Sounds nice just on its own, doesn't it? I'm going to do a quick little bit of mixing. I say mixing, just a bit of balancing, just so we can actually hear what's going on now. They are our French horns. There's too much reverb going on the thing now. I'll change that lead actually, but for now let's put our trombone next to our French horns, so we keep sounds similar next to each other. Makes it easier to mix. You can't really pick these strings out very well. So, 4 viewers, how you doing? You all good? I keep forgetting that there is a chat there. Feel free to jump in the chat, say hello, let me know how your day's going. So I want to get a bit more noise out of my keys here. They sound lovely, but reduce that a bit, I guess. Turn that up a bit. I like that noise. That's a good texture there. Too much now. Do with a little bit of reverb on there, just a nice one. Right, yeah, go for a church. Just makes the notes flow into each other a bit nicer. Smidge more volume on there. Oh, don't like that. Again, you could spend hours messing about with this sort of stuff. That's more of a texture now rather than a strobe. I don't know. I think I'll keep it as that. So you could easily spend ages messing about with all these little sounds. So what do we need now? We need... Yeah, I can see that working. Okay. So just listening through in my head just to see what is going to work there and what isn't. But I think I know. So we are going to go for some drums. We got some awesome drum sounds in here. Is it Joey Kramer? No, it's definitely this one. And we want the Studio 2. No. It's one of these. Ah, there he is. It's going to take a while to load this because they're really well recorded drums. So in the meantime, how is everybody? We've got 3 viewers there now. Hope you're all doing well. I appreciate you being here, listening to me ramble on about different sounds and put a bit too much powder in my sneak. Bit too much. So I am going to chuck an actual lead in there at some point. I did this one earlier, but I still don't know if too much. I think we take that up to 24 because it was too split, the sound. That's why I wasn't really liking. Yeah, hopefully that'll sound better. These loaded yet? Nearly. Just because they're really, really big audio samples, they sound awesome. But yeah, as a result, hopefully the sound is coming across nicely as well. I did a test the other day and it seemed to be sounding okay as far as the stream goes. Both my microphone and the music should sound pretty good. Listen to them drums. Yeah, that's probably going to work. So now we got our swells, we got our lead. I will just have a quick listen again to that lead now. Change it. I think I like that better actually. Good thing with synthesizers, you can just change them, so. Yeah, quite a few melodies we can lob over there, that's good. Up there, okay. Always a bit fiddly getting drums there, but luckily you can just sort of loop them and they work out alright. Don't want our hats to be anywhere near as loud as that. Fan of that. Snare. Let's give that a whirl. Oh, different drum kit. Need another 20 minutes. Because I think it's the cymbals that give it the most trouble loading, because they are big files. Imagine you hit a cymbal, it goes on for quite a few seconds. Then once we got all our elements, we can then start messing about with like the structure of the song, adding in any little accents or sound effects, that sort of stuff that might benefit it. So, for example, things like cymbal, the reverse cymbal that's going into. Oh, that sounds fun, sorting out licenses. We've all been there. We've all been there. Like every single little plugin I got on my Pro Tools, that's got a license for it, and yeah, it's fun. So yeah, little things like reverse cymbals. Could chuck those in. You know, as a build up to the next section of the song, that sort of thing. Let's see what this drum kit sounds like. I like the kick, way better. Yeah, that kick drum is a lot nicer. It's right in your face. Turn them up. Right, that's good. Yeah, cheers, Nebs. Thanks for coming by. Oh, I see. Sorry. New. Yeah, new PC always messes stuff up, doesn't it? That's normally like an email to the technical support or whatever for me. So you're gonna head off. No worries. Thank you for popping by. I'll probably be here another hour or two, I guess, at this rate. So thanks for stopping by, man. Enjoy your afternoon. I know I will. Just get lost doing this. So I think we've got a good sound going on there. Let's just actually make it long enough for us to enjoy. There we go. So now it should sound pretty decent. Oh, you've been in a queue to speak to people. Ah, nightmare. Yeah, you know where I'll be. Pop back if you do have time. That'd be awesome. Thanks again. I keep doing that. Thanks again for popping in. It's really, really kind of you. Means a lot. Well, just before you go, then have a listen. drums sound a bit more interesting again. Right, go to our player here. So you see we got our little drum kit. Which is always nice. But what we can do is, I don't remember where it is. Grooves. Ah, we got presets. I didn't even know that. Look at that. That's good. Here. Ah, didn't mean to do that. I'm still not entirely happy with this snare drum, so let's get rid of that. I broke it. I broke it. I was just loading, wasn't it? Stupid. Silly me. No, we want something big. Well, that sounds like it'll be big. Did I click on it then? No, I didn't. Just let it finish loading. Bit too orchestral. You can imagine that in a big orchestra, but not kind of what we're after here, so. Good. Oh yeah. Fat and punchy. That's what we wanted. So now, that should sound wonderful. Nearly. Because essentially we've got two snare drums playing at the same time there now, so I don't really want that. So, go back in here, get rid of the Gretsch. Yeah, that's the stuff. We're getting a big build up of textures here, but we're already 2 minutes in, or 1 minute 40 by the time the drums kick in, so it needs to get there a bit quicker as far as a song goes. So I do still want to add in some proper bass, so There's a bass on here actually, which I really like. I think we're going to go synth bass, you know, because why not? Nope, not that one. It's good and low, that. Just keep going through. Bit too soft. Let's try it. You never know. I know we got a double bass, but this is kind of just for the real bottom end. All will become clear. Yeah, that doesn't really work. So let's get stuff with our chords on together, just so we can make sure the bass is doing the right thing. That's where it's all going wrong. Not sure. I know what we need to do. Double it, make it sound better. I think those bass notes are all right there now. raining. Oh, there. Don't touch that. Drums just ain't big enough at the minute. It's amazing how you can wait 10 minutes for something to load and it's just not right. Go for a slightly lighter version. See how quickly that loads. No, don't like it. We want a live room and we want the master. I always use the same kit. That's why I was trying some other ones, but just can't go wrong with this Joe Ciccarelli. Just takes a while to load. I've also got an idea for a sort of a melody to go over it, because at the moment we just got, you know, just chords and some sounds, atmospheric sort of stuff going on. Be nice to have a little melody, even if it's like just a one that keeps going round. Yeah, we'll see. When it loads, it's only the drums that take this long to load. Quite cool though, isn't it? That the person who played the drums, Matt Chamberlain, he's played with Pearl Jam, Bruce Springsteen, Peter Gabriel, etc., etc. So yeah, it's gonna. They are good drums. They sound wonderful. Which is why it's taking a while to load. But in the meantime, we can have a bit more Sneak. Strawberry watermelon. Loving it. It's really nice. Come on in. God, you need a new chair. You may see down the bottom of the screen there is a I'm doing a bit of a donation thing for a chair, because this old thing came from a place I used to work at. They were lobbing it out, and I said, "Oh, I need a chair for at home," and they let me take it, but it's useless, it's knackered. It does swing back a bit like that, which is nice, but I'm too far away. Can't reach on it. So these drums, now they're loaded, should sound awesome in comparison to the other ones. Yes. That's much better. I like it. Like that. Wrong one. 2 reverbs on our drums now. One giving a bit of a bigger room for the drum kit to sit in, and then one is giving longer tail essentially. So without those, still a bit of room noise there. You know, the snare definitely sounds like it's in a room, and then we got the, which just gives it a bigger room, and then longer tails. Which I like. What we can also do is actually before that reverb we want. I've got to do that in a minute. A friend of mine sent me some vocals he's recorded, wants to listen to them. I shall do that in a bit. Where are we going? Harmonic saturation knob. Such a nice little plug-in, this saturation knob. It's free from Softube. But it's basically distortion. You hear the difference it's making? So that's without it. That's with. Just adding a tiniest bit of saturation, I guess, distortion to the sound. Gives it a bit more life. And then we do need our melody. That is going to be our synth bass, which we can put up next to our double bass. And our strobe can go up there too. So we got our sort of 3 ambient things going on. And then we want our horns next to our keys. Trombone is kind of in the bass area. Drum kit can be, yeah, okay, fine, where it is. And then we want a new mono stereo. Keep it mono. I kind of know. Oh, I kind of know what to do here. So 1 mono, fine. Because we've got our lovely our Bulgarian lady. Got an awesome voice. As you can imagine, when just stop these notifications popping up. You know, you could really get lost in that as well. So let's see what I can come up with. Oh my lord. Everything's falling over it. A little bit of overlap, just because it helps. You'll see. Bit more natural rather than see what I mean? Especially on this transition here, so I think anyway. It will make more sense when it's playing along with other stuff. We want it to be nice and loud. Something like that as a melody hopefully will work quite nicely. Let's have a little listen. Can't hear it. Tell that's a nice melody. It fits nicely, but just want to see if we can get some different voicings on there. And yes, we changed that. That's fine. I'm pretty sure she does some oohs and ahs and stuff as well, which is more to what we want. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? All that nice stuff. Check that out. That I like actually. So if we give that a bit more oomph, some of that, a bit more reverb, change that. I always seem to like the piano halls. They sound quite nice. Let's see what she can come up with. Not the right notes there, is it? We're getting a bit loud there now. You can see it's peaking up here in the red. We don't want that. So what we can do is go to select all of our channels and pull them all down by 5 decibels. That's better. Whoa, selected everything there. So for these last two notes, they are a bit. I don't know. Not happy with them anyway. So, fortunately in here we've got our master up still. So we could tell it to play. Basically, each one of these blue notes here is a different phrasing, I guess. So at the moment we're on this this B here, which gives us that. We change that, you see, and you get. Too loud. She's got a lovely voice. That's a bit nicer. So we could tell it to do that by pressing the that F there. I'll show you, it's easier. We've got the B note, which is this one. So we can tell it to be the B, and then everything after that will play those. Wrong B. Let's try. That'd be this B. That B. Then if we stick our little F in, stick our F in, just before these two notes sound, it will change those two notes to the other phrasing, as it were. And then as long as we change it back to our B, B, then the next note that plays after this one will then be back to this phrasing. I hope that makes sense. Makes sense to me. So for example, if we were to play it here, then now she's still in her ooze. So if we go here, there's a different sound, you see? Because it hasn't got back around to having the B to tell it which phrasing to play again. So. That's better. Makes sense to me. So I do just need to reply to my wife. Lift home at 5. Yes, that's. hide those notifications. Mute. No, cancel. Fine. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Let's get back to this. So we've got a nice little girly singer. That should now do everything I want it to. I will double check it quickly. Yeah, so she's doing her oohs at the end, and then she should go back to her ahs at the front. That's fine. So we'll call her female Vox. Because we are going to probably chuck a choir in as well. Yeah, I can hear room for a choir there. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks there now. So we do need to add a bit better structure to it, because we're at 1 minute 40 by the time we're getting there. So that's not quick enough. Most people will have switched off by the time you want to listen to a song like that. So yes, and then we have a bit better on it. Then we need our brass, our trombone especially, to come in a bit sooner. So that can come in there as well. What's one's our strobe? Yeah, that needs to. Kind of want that to be right from the beginning, actually. In fact, right from the beginning. Kind of opens up nicely then. Horns are nice. The bass coming in there is good. Although I don't like it quite so much doing that thing now, so let's get rid of those three. Change. Keep it simple. I didn't actually try these together. I hope they do make sense. Kind of like the dissonance there. There's that word again. So what we can do actually is, in fact, just get rid of that one. See how that sounds. Bring it down to the right place. Let's have a listen. Yeah, I think that works better actually. So, get rid of you. Bring you along. Where are we? There. Wonderful. You know, we're getting somewhere, see? Where do we want the drums? Right there. Where do we want Missy? Where do we want you to come in, love? May as well come in with the drums, don't you? Synth bass. Where do we want you? We don't want you straight away. Because you are pretty cool, but we don't want you straight away. Hope everybody is doing well today, though. I have got a bit lost in this structure in here, but we may as well have a little listen back. I hope you enjoy. I will put it playing, and then I shall be back with you in just a minute. All right. Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but I think that is sounding quite nice so far. Just while I was off screen there, I did tweak the volumes of a few things. I brought her back down a bit because I think she was a bit loud. Yeah. There's a couple of other things I'm like the way it kicks in here. Seems to be a bit just like, ah! You know what I mean? There's no... You don't know that she's coming. It's it's a surprise. Whereas I think I often like writing it so it would, you know what's coming, or you get a hint at what is coming. So it's not like, whoa, where did she come from? If that makes sense. So what we can do is bang in a new stereo instrument track, and on there we can chuck in a, where are you? There you are. I'm going to put in a choir, so you know to listen out. You subconsciously you will know to listen out for human voices, as it were. I haven't played around with this one much. It's awesome. Maybe it's, yeah. Oh, what did you sound like? Mongolia. Let's get a Mongolian flavor on the go. That's always good. Ah, but then that opens the door. Yeah, we could. That's possible. That is possible. Let me see. I have a plan. It's good when a plan happens, isn't it? So I may well be jumping on a bit later as well this evening. I can see possibly a bit of Battlefield 4 maybe happening. Some Gunmaster. Who doesn't like that? I shall see though. I don't know. What we got here, Mongolian? Not quite what I was expecting. No, not quite what we need at the moment. With a crescendo. No. Minor third. Yeah, we want a minor third. Some great singers for this. They really are good. Wonderful voices. We like that. Not what we want though at this stage. We want... Where are you? These are good. Backup singers. So we want some vowels. Get an R. Stained with expressive. These just sound awesome, don't they? Absolutely amazing. Let's hop over to the keyboard and see what we can come up with for just for this part. So at the minute we got our chords that go run out of notes there now, look. So we could go higher. works. I'm just playing, just playing now. They sound awesome, these backings. Sound awesome. You could get some real good stuff going on with that. But let's try her voice doing a bit with this sound. Maybe with some chordy, choiry bits underneath. Let's try it. Let's copy her, bring her across. We'll solo you for now. Yeah, that works. And then what we could do, if we're clever, if we can be clever, doesn't always happen. No, that doesn't quite work. I will show you over our double bass as well. Oh, it's nice. That's not. Just sounds really nice. It sounds very good. So what we can also do is nip in the player here, give them a bit of reverb. It is on already, but not much. We don't want a bright plate. We want something decent. Slow the attack a bit. Too much. Now we need to get that to a sensible volume. It's pretty loud there at the minute. We want it to be another layer, not a lead type thing. So we have to choir. Tell you what we'll do. Copy it and then take out everything apart from the high bit there. The high bit there. That should be a nicer intro into the thing. Yeah, not completely sold. Might go for something other than this backing thing, as we do have this choirs. They're pretty good. Although we've got choirs, symphonic ones, which are a bit better. Go for just a big ah, or do you want a Go for that. Let her do the R's. Do we want to discard those changes? Yes, we do. Keep your changes. Oh, it's nice. All right. Let's see how it sounds coming in there. Definitely need the R's in there. That's like a girly voice. That's a choiry voice. That's in trouble with some of these. Hopefully it's not too noticeable. Not too bad. Get rid of that one, keep that one. I do want to try listening to this with bass, synth bass, and our chords, just to make sure it's in keeping. That's to the point where other stuff is starting to get lost, because we have got quite a few tracks going on here now. So, you know, what I tend to do at this stage is just pull everything down, right down, and then bring them up individually. The one thing we know we want to hear is our drums, and they were about there. We could hear them. They're not too loud, so we can start there. It's a nice place. We want the drums to be clear and big sounding, so in fact I may help that a little bit with a little bit of the old compressor. Drum comp. You see that's real big now. I know there's too much of our saturation going on. Just want a smidge. peeking there a bit, but big old snare noise, that's what that is. Okay. Now we got our drums. What's the next thing that I couldn't quite hear? It'd be the... Getting there, isn't it? Good. But now it's a little tempting. I think I will. It's in June. Bang a little bit of guitar on it. It's going to sound weird to begin with because this is getting plugged straight into the computer. See what works. I've got no monitor on this for some reason. Let's give it a whirl. You want a new, two? We'll do one and duplicate it. Cheap. Audio track, that's fine. Put it guitar left. And we'll do a guitar right. I don't know why I'm calling it guitar. But we want that to be over here. Input 2. work out our chords here as well. A weird chord. Just do a C. Something like that. My fingers work. Yeah, something along them lines will do. Pretty sure it'll fit. I only really need to record a couple decent bars of it, and then we can work from that. So I will get the click track up for this, because it's good to have a bit bop 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 going on. See what I mean? Whoa. Alright. Couldn't hear a thing I was playing then, so I hope it was alright. So now what we can do, you see, is make it noisy by banging on, plugging it through one of these little amps. Just a light one will do for that. Whoa! Alright, well, see what that sounds like. with something like that instead of chords. Yeah, that's what I don't know. Big chords. Either that or we just got the chords we've already recorded. Such a noisy, noisy old guitar. Tell you what, for now, yeah, let's just work with that. What we can do is delete that from there. We don't need any of that noise at the beginning. Now we can duplicate you. Yes. Then we pop on what we call a delay, but it's not really a delay because it delays the entire thing. It's not a delay as an effect, but let's delay it by 1,000 samples. And we do need to bring the volume up a bit, so just go 3 decibels on there. All will become clear in a second. And then we pan one left and pan one right. so much noise. This guitar is... only 5 years old. And it's never had a service. And it's never been looked after. Yeah, it's old, dusty, probably rusty inside. But it works, you know. Might get a good guitar at some point. There's plenty of other amps we can choose from on here. Too much weird, trebly. Bit better. That's a bit better. It sits a bit nicer frequency wise. It kind of just fits now, you know. It's a little lost maybe, but it fits. It's not like a horrible, distorted, messy noise. There's not as much noise going on now either. So. Big sort of hey, Neb's back. We've moved on to guitar now for this bit. I've recorded a little bit. We'll see what we got so far. Let's zoom back out again. It's going good, man. It's going good. I'm having fun getting some ideas down, and you know, you can see we got a bit more of a structure to the song. There's bits coming in at certain times, that sort of thing. Let's play it from the start for you. Turn that off. There we go. Done with guitar, I think. Cuts out there. I don't know why it cuts out there. I need to sort that out. So yeah, that's kind of what we got so far. I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream in a little while. I've got to go pick up my wife from work. So it is amazing what you can get done in a few hours, to be honest. It's just about knowing which sounds work well together, I guess. Otherwise, you could spend hours just trying to find the right sounds. But if I had a certain idea of texture in mind, if you like. So, yeah, it's just kind of what I've gone with, really. I like it. I spent a lot of time while you were away messing around with the choirs, especially this female. As you can imagine. So, yeah. I have been busy, yeah. There's nothing wrong with being busy. Have you been busy? Managed to get your PC sorted out? Your licenses? Oh, nice. At least you got some work done. Even if it's a little bit minuscule. Well, it's, it's good to be doing something, isn't it? So, I kind of want to add a little ending there and just finish it, but I think it could sort of go down a bit quieter in for a little, maybe a double section, and then maybe back up for a big finish, because then we're sort of getting into song length. And this is kind of how my process. I just like, oh, let's find some sounds that works, and then it ends up being a song. Yeah, editing is one of those things. It takes a bit of getting used to, and also a little bit, I've found, perseverance. What's the word? Bit willpower as well, because I end up just sort of procrastinating and messing about with other stuff. Because editing, it's one of those things. It's got to be done, and sometimes you can really enjoy it, but. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the more you do it, the easier it's going to get, and the quicker it will get. That's the best thing. Which is the same as this. You know, I've been doing this for 10 years or so, so it's, you can knock up a song in a couple hours. You know, yeah. Depends on what you want from a song, actually, because you could create something like this, and it just be a noise and not really a song. It could be just more of a soundtrack. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. So are you taking your streams and then editing them and putting them on YouTube? Is that what I'm getting from it? I do know layers, yeah. That's exactly what you're doing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I just want to get my head around the Twitch side of stuff first. I did start a YouTube channel for myself, but yeah, not that interested in that side of it just yet. How are we doing for time? Probably got about 10 minutes, so where could we go from there then? We could go add some new flavors, or we could kind of want to keep the ambient side of it going, and the chords. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna not go too mad with the YouTube side of stuff, because I've got other projects that are going on as well. So I do have some video editing and stuff to do for that, as well as mixing. You know, I've got a little bit of mixing work to do as well. So Yeah, I just want to mess about with music all the time. To be honest, there's no harm in that. If you know what I mean. Let's make a thing of our brass here and actually take it out of there and move it to there. We've got that on 16s. We don't want that. Yeah, because I mean the whole music side of stuff, it's just fun, you know. Is there? Sweet. I've got 4 people watching me right now, so that can't be too bad. That's more than I have for my game videos, so awesome. I really appreciate everyone being here. And over the weekend, does he? I'll have to try and have a look at that. Does he take his hat off for it? I don't know. He's done a few master classes. Like you can purchase, you know, enroll on a course, and he's like your tutor, if you like, lecturer, going through his process, which is awesome. Yeah, I think that's the one, the Ableton one. I kept meaning to do a Hans Zimmer one because that's kind of, you know, I always find myself a bit more soundtrack based than music based, if that makes sense. But either way, it's all good fun. We don't want that there. We want the drums to carry on. No, we want the choir to carry on. Just gonna have a couple quiet runs through and then probably everything back in again and then finish. That works. Don't know why I've done it just like 3 times through. It's a really random structure for me, but tell you what we'll do. Yeah. Exactly. Stream what you want. If people like it, they will like it, I guess. If they don't like it, they don't have to watch it. Let's break there. And then take that. No, take that. That. Exactly. Yeah. Bung that over there. I'm kind of rushing a bit now because I haven't got much time, but and eventually I'll probably get all these properly mixed, and I guess I could chuck it on Spotify or somewhere. I've not really ever looked into that, but that'd be good, wouldn't it? I'd like that. Just need to sort some drums out here. When it kicks back in. Oh yeah. I think that's about right. Using my intuition here for these drums, so. Yeah, that's roughly right. needed the guitars to disappear a lot earlier. Beautiful. The brass swell is about here where it gets loudest. That works well for this cutting out. Synth bass, we can just chuck those across like that and then delete those. Nice and easy. And we can have our strobe in there. Let that just sort of carry on, and I can sort the volume. Oh, I can sort the volume out on that. Delete you. No, just you. There we go. Boopity boop. This is how you make an ending in a hurry. We want our ambient bit to carry on a little as well. Duplicate that. And our high pad. Yeah, it won't hurt. And then we can get our... Don't need to click anymore. Delete. And we add in a new stereo master fader. Essentially get to this point and just fade it out. So beautiful. So now let's have a big listen through, and hopefully we got a nice ending there. I probably should listen to the end first. We need to keep these three going on. They die out too quick. Perfect. Oh no, no, we don't want that. That should work like that. It's just looks weird on the thing. It's not the start of bloody of Rage song, right? Yeah. All right. Start to finish then. Just remembered, need to double check. Yeah, that's what's going on. Break. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Pull you in. Bob's your ankle. Something, it was cutting out earlier, so. I like our brass there, that's... symbols in there, or a stock of some description. That's all it needs. I like it. Good. So there is obviously lots of little bits we can add in. I was saying earlier we could add in some like reverse symbols, some big symbol swells. They're always like whoosh, nice big ones. They're always good for adding emotion and power to a song. So that's quite possibly where we might go next. As well as I'm still not entirely happy with the structure. I don't know if we need these guitars here on the first bit, just have it on the second. Just to make the outro bigger. If it's missing here, it will sound bigger here. In fact, that's done. that's nice and easy. And then of course it needs mixing still. This might be what we could do tomorrow. But for now, I have to kind of hop off and go and pick up the wife from work. So yeah, that might be the way to go. Yeah, thanks, Nebs. Thanks for popping by. I do really appreciate the support. It's nice. It's nice because half the time I'm pretty sure the other two viewers might be bots, so I'm just yapping away to myself. But I'm glad you're happy to help. Luckily, though, doing this side of stuff, I have a process, and I'm just talking myself through it most of the time. To be honest, I'm like, yeah, especially when it comes to the mixing side of it, I'll be like, well, that needs this, and this needs that. It gives me something to talk about, which is nice. But as it stands, I'm gonna have to leave it there for now. With gaming, it's not as easy. No, I guess not. You're kind of yapping away about stuff that's happening on screen. It's depends on the game though. Some games are easy because you get a bit more motivated with some games, like Call of Duty or something. It's like, oh, he shot me. Oh God, no! I'm gonna go and get him, and I know where you are now on the map. All that sort of stuff, But yeah, other games. I was playing Horizon the other day, and I was like, "There's nothing really. I don't know what I'm doing yet with it, and it's a big game, and I don't really know how to play it. so I need to play that on my own a little bit more. But yeah, for now I will leave it there. I'm gonna put this playing again, just as a little outro to my video, my stream. And yeah, thanks again for popping by. I really appreciate the support. We're now up to 29 followers up there. I will, bud. Yeah, I'll see you later. 29 followers, which is awesome. Awesome. You're all mad wanting to watch this rubbish, but thank you very much. I will leave you there and have a good rest of the day. Thank you.